Let's look at the notes here. Well, we can tell you right now that practice was okay. You know, everybody came back but J-Ron Curse, and I get it. When we think about J-Ron Curse coming off the C-19, he still had that hamstring situation, and that sometimes take time. You don't want to rush that one. You don't want to rush it. You flat out don't want to rush that at all. But Cowboy Nation, let's look into the bigger picture. Let's look into it real deeply. The Dallas Cowboys are considered soft according to the media. The physicality that the 49ers bring to the table, we can't match up, right? That's bullshit. Cowboy Nation, I come here to tell you guys right now, don't fall into the trap of listening to the media. Right now, who's more physical than Dak Prescott at quarterback? Dak Prescott, right? Right now, as it relates to Ezekiel Elliott, you think that he's soft? Come on. And the way Tony Pollard creases on the edge and run that rock, that's all physicality right there. And excuse me, if you think Parsons is soft, then look at the list of quarterbacks that he buried this year. And let's not sleep on DeMarcus Lawrence. His name is Tank, for crying out loud. So many people think that this team is soft, especially when you look at CeeDee Lamb and what he brings to the table as well as it relates to the wide receiver situation. Now, him and Deebo Samuels, those are good guys. They talk to each other. They got each other phone number. They call each other about the processes of the game. And CeeDee Lamb came out and said, okay, yeah, that's my dog. That's my guy. No hate or no trash talk between the two of us. We hope all is well. And that's good, Cowboy Nation. That's flat out good. I can't complain about those boys calling each other before the game, right? But when that game is on, we know Deebo is going to bring a level of physicality. Come on. And we know that our guy, CeeDee Lamb, will bring that same level of physicality. Now, Deebo got him by 15 to maybe 16 or 17 pounds, though, you know. But shout out to Deebo Samuels. I'm not jading or throwing salt at him. But when you talk about coaching in general, this would be a coach's battle, right? Kyle Shanahan, that's what he brings to the table on the offensive side, right? Versus our defensive side, and that's Dan Quinn. And when we talk about our offense, Kellen Moore, I just don't see if this team get up like the Dallas Cowboys get up by any level of touchdown. Don't let us score first, by the way. The Cowboys are 9-0, but don't let this brother get ahead, because all this do is send signals to Dan Quinn. Let this defense get at him. Now, granted, the 49ers are listed as the second-ranked offense in the National Football League. When all of the numbers came in, they're tied in second place. But the Cowboys are number one overall. Granted, shout out to the 49ers. No shade at what they do, right? They, on the defensive side of the coin, they're ranked top 10 in most categories, which is good. Flat out good. But the categories to me that means a lot. Third down defense. The Cowboys are number one at that. Oh, let's get the ball back to the number one offense. And then on top of that, takeaways. The Cowboys are the number one defense for the 2021 season in getting the ball away from the opposition and giving it back to your number one offense. Giving it back to your number one offense. Give me that any day, Cowboy Nation. I get it. The level of physicality that the media like to pour upon everybody. You would think that the Cowboys are 5-12 and under a mercy rule or what have you, that they said, okay, we're going to just give them a chance to play in the playoffs. Cowboys earn that spot. Regardless of how you try to paint the picture and say, well, the Cowboys are the worst team to ever be 12-5. Granted, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lost to the Saints twice, I believe, and also they lost to the Washington football team. In the hearts of hearts, you guys can post down below and let me know. Did the Cowboys beat both of those teams, by the way? It's the any given Sunday, right? But if somehow The Buccaneers played somebody, and the Cowboys never played anyone, right? That's the news. That's what everybody's saying, basically. Collectively speaking, by the way. So we can only play what's on our schedule. We can't make the schedule. We can't make a team that should be above 500, but they're not. And we can't help which division we come up out of, right? The NFC East, which everyone like to coin the phrase, the NFC least, but no other division in the National Football League like the NFC East, everybody got them a ring. Can your division say that? No, I don't think so, right? But I get it. You know, when you look at the Green Bay Packers, they get a chance and an opportunity to play the Lions twice, the Chicago Bears twice, the Vikings. Hey, we played the Vikings. We handed the Vikings an L. Oh, excuse me, Cowboy Nation. If you're talking about this in general, the Green Bay Packers lost to the Vikings. Cowboys beat the Vikings with our backup quarterback. Let that sink in, right? But that's the story of a different day, because nobody's going to talk about the fact that the Green Bay Packers lost one less game than the Cowboys. They're the number 1 seed. They keep moving the goalposts. Before the season even kicked off, before the season even got started, Cowboy Nation, they said, man, this team don't have a chance to be in the playoffs. This team is 8-8 and maybe 1. Dak Prescott coming off of a crazy injury that we don't know what he would look like. And then during training camp, they said, look at his shoulder, man. The meat falling off the bone. He won't be able to do none of those things. And all Dak Prescott did was, in a slump, threw for 37 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. And before anybody say, well, he did it in 17 games, juxtaposed to 16, he only played 16 games because he was injured 1. See how this thing goes, Cowboy Nation. I can't make this stuff up. They love to hate the Cowboys. They love to hate them. But looking at practice, shout out to D-Law. He said, hey, basically I'm paraphrasing. The bully can only bully people who they play that feels like they don't have a chance. Well, the Cowboys, you gonna have to bully us all day because he's coming and he's used to this. Like I said, ain't nothing soft about Tank. The name of Tank Lawrence is Tank. You know, that's just crazy thing. They gave the man the nickname Tank, so you know that man is not soft. And Michael Parsons, shout out to his city, he said, hey, this is the type of football that his city grew up, love playing Harrisburg. It's bully ball. And we come to play bully ball. This is what we like to do anyway. I'm paraphrasing, but you guys get what I'm saying. And Trayvon Diggs made it back to practice. Like I said, everybody made it back to practice, but J-Ron Curtis, he's still battling that hamstring. These boys are ready. And Tyron Smith, as much as we talk about him and how long in the tooth he is, even though he's at the young age of 30, he's been playing football, seemed like forever. It seemed like 30 years he's been playing football. He's been on limited practice, and your boy, Tony Pollard, I believe he was a full go out there as well. I think this thing, as it relates to the Cowboys versus the 49ers, we ready for it. Bring the bulliness. You know, I just think that more so the 49ers, good team. No shade at them. Of course, this will be a Kyle Shanahan versus a Dan Quinn. But collectively, they are playing an old school brand of football, which is unique in this modern day time, which we all can appreciate. Run to set the play action, hit them with the deep pass on a double move or something like that down the line, which is good. So all boys going to have to be ready. Just have your mindset to make the tackles. Wrap up. Don't try to arm tackle, because Debo, he would do his magic. He would move that arm out the way. He would just politely move that arm out the way. And he runs with extra aggressions. And Brandon Ayuk, he can take the double move and take the top off the defense, which is cool. And George Kittles is no one to sneeze at as it relates to blocking and those short to intermediate catches underneath. but pressure bust pipes. And I promise you, Randy Gregory, D-Law, and Parson chomping at the bit to get out there. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. Let's go.